Okay, so we have been discussing about the special methods, right? So special method we have discussed. Then we have discussed about the instance variable, especially because the variables we are using under the methods. Okay, so inside the methods of a class, they are having some features. So hence to showcase that, we have discussed the instance variable. Okay, so now we will just discuss about the constructor. Okay, so the constructor method, which is the init method. Okay, and another thing, your constructor method will be automatically invoked when the object of your particular class is called. Okay, so when the object of your particular class is called, automatically the constructor method will be invoked. Okay, and we don't want to call the method separately, right? So this is what we have discussed. Okay, under that constructor we have some types of constructors. Okay, so let me just explain that. The first one is default constructor. Okay, so what is mean by default constructor? So in your init method, already we have discussed whatever methods we are going to use under any particular class, all the method will be having a default parameter cells. Okay, so the default parameter cells will be there with all the methods. Okay, and that cells parameter will not be considered as a parameter. Okay, so will not be considered as a parameter. So here, okay, so default constructor, it does not take any argument. Okay, so the constructor which does not take any argument is called as default constructor. And already we know that all the methods will be having the cells parameter, right? So we are considering that is not as a actual parameter. Okay, so if any constructor method, which is your init method, if your init method does not have any parameter or any argument, such type of init method we are calling them as default constructor. Okay, and it is a simple constructor type. Okay, so the first type of constructor is default constructor. When your constructor method does not take any argument, such type of constructors we are calling as default constructors, and it is a simple type of constructor. Okay, so here you can see the example for this class student. Okay, and we know the method definition, def, init, and then here we have self. Okay, so apart from this self, I didn't give any parameter to the programmer. Okay, so the programmer is not giving any parameter here. Hence, this type of constructor is called as default constructor. It does not have any argument here. Okay, anyway, this argument we are not considering this as the actual argument itself. Okay, and under this, I'm just printing a statement. Okay, and object has been created for a particular class. Okay, whenever the object is created, automatically this method has been invoked. So hence what happens, the print statement, we have the statement hello. So this will be printed as the output here. Okay, so any constructor method, if it does not take any argument, it is called as default constructor method type. Okay. Then the second type of constructor is parameterized constructor. Okay, so if your init method or your constructor method, if it takes any parameters or any argument, it is called as parameterized constructor. The constructor member function takes some arguments from the user. Okay, the first argument is self, and the remaining arguments are passed by the programmer. Okay, the constructor with the parameter is called as parameterized constructor. Just remember, very simple, only two types we have. Okay, one is default constructor, the second one is parameterized constructor. Okay, so what is meant by default constructor? If the constructor method does not take any parameter or any argument, it is called as default constructor. If the constructor method takes any arguments, okay, apart from the first argument cells, if it is going to take some more arguments from the programmer, hence it is called as parameterized constructor. Okay. The example for parameterized constructor is class student. So constructor we have created here, but from the parameter cell we have one more parameter name. Okay, so self dot name is equal to name, and then print. I'm just printing the name here. Okay, and while creating the object, you just observe here we are passing one parameter. Okay, and the parameter is a form of string which I am passing here. Okay, so one parameter I'm just passing here. Since this particular constructor is having a parameter, it is called as parameterized constructor. Okay, and the output of this will be Python. Okay, so two types of constructors. So constructor method is the init method. So about init method we have discussed in last class, right? So then we have types of constructors. So how we are using this init method? If we are using this init method without any parameter, it is default constructor. It is used with some parameters given by the programmer, then it is called as parameterized constructor. Okay. Okay, so now we'll just see the example with some variations. Okay, I will show you the variations of init method and the different types of constructors. Okay, and some more variations with instance variables. Okay. First, we have the student class. Okay, and I have created a init method. What type of constructor it is? See, apart from self parameter, it is having one more parameter, which is student name. Okay, so this is another parameter which we are passing, hence it is called as parameterized constructor. Okay, and then self dot name is equal to student. Then we have the second method. This is user defined method. So one constructor method I have created, one user defined method I am creating. Okay, so this method name is details, so it does not have any parameter. And remember, the parameters we are just considering only for the constructors member function. Okay, so based on the constructor method, the parameter only we are classifying as default constructor and parameterized constructor. Okay, we are not considering those things for normal methods. Okay, just remember that. If it is for normal method, then we have to talk about the functions. Okay, function with the parameter, without parameter. In those ways, we have to classify. Okay, so here within the print statement, I'm just printing self.name. Okay, so object has been created, and for this particular class, it has one parameter, so I'm passing the parameter. Okay, then p dot details. So when I call the second method, then automatically the name of the student will be printed here. So you can see the output, student name is okay. Okay, so I think here the name should be clear. Right? So this is how the constructor method and normal method works. Okay. So based on this, I want you to practice some programs. Okay, I'll just show you this program machine. Okay, just take a screenshot of this. Okay, and practice it on your own. So that now I will just show you some more example programs. Okay, some example programs based on the topics which we have discussed that I will show you. And additionally, I'll show you one program. If you understand that, you can write the program for all these practice programs. Okay, so just take a screenshot of this or note down in your notebook. Okay, the first question is write a Python program to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division using class concept. Okay, so I want you to write a program for the arithmetic operation using class concept. So previously we have practiced using all the concepts, right? So now using class concept, we are just practicing the arithmetic operation. Okay, so you just create a class called arithmetic. Under that, you define the function for addition, next function for subtraction, next for multiplication, and then for division. Okay, and then create an object. Using the object, if you call each and every method, automatically you can execute the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division operations. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so in this way, you have to write a program for this. Okay, and the second practice program is write a Python program to get the student details using getData and print it using display function. Okay, so just I want you to get the student name, student roll number, department, and college name. So 4 different inputs you just get from the user using the getData member function. Okay, so first member function which you are going to create is getData, and the second member function is display member function. So in getData member function, you are going to get the 4 inputs from the user. Okay, and using the display member function, using print statement, you are going to print all the 4 details. Okay, so just this program also you are going to write using the class concept. Okay, then the third practice program is write a Python program to calculate area of a circle using class concept.